As a child, I used to think of my father like he was some superhero, like Superman. But as I grew older, I came to realize Dad was just an ordinary guy. Was my father like the dads you see on TV? No, he wasn't. He was genuine. My father struggled with alcohol. He often said and did things that he regretted. In life, we have choices. Sometimes we make good choices, sometimes we make not so good choices. Some things we have no choice at all, like where we're born, who our parents are, or in my case, Parkinson's, and my legal given name, Wilbur Lorenzo Bowen III, a name that I share with my grandfather and my father. Kids would often tease me about such a long, cumbersome name. I felt to name a child such a name seemed rather cruel, but three, it just wasn't right. As a child, I was really afraid to learn how to swim. I was so afraid of deep water that I wouldn't even show up in my bathing suit. I would wear my street clothes to the swimming pool. But it was because of my father's encouragement that I did learn how to swim. Son, one of two things is going to happen today. One is that you're going to learn how to swim, or two, you're not, and that's your choice. My father grabbed me by my breeches and threw me out to the middle of the swimming pool. Frantically, I swam to the edge of the pool, but I was so ecstatic. I'm swimming! Yeah, that's a good choice, son. And it was during those cold winter months in Ohio that I would share my struggles and my dreams with my father as we played the game of chess. So, how's school, son? It's okay, but nobody likes me. Nobody will choose me in team sports. Really? Huh. They don't know how good you are. Son, I will always choose you. Always. Anything else? Yes, checkmate. I won. Well, there you go. We also played Jim Rummy for a wager, and I still owe him $3,457.27. Unfortunately, my father's struggle with alcohol got worse, and my mom couldn't take my father's addiction anymore, so she relocated to New Mexico with my brother, sister, and me. So while my father was sorting out his life in Ohio, I was beginning a new life attending high school in Santa Fe, New Mexico. My relationship with my father became more distant when he remarried, and when that marriage fell apart, he disappeared. It wasn't until I was 34 years old, working for a church in Houston, Texas, that I got a phone call. Hello? Hello? Oh my God. Where are you? What? You're homeless. Your health's deteriorating. What can I do? Against the advice of my mother, I brought my father to Houston so I could take care of him. And it was going well for a while. But then one day when I came to the church center, I noticed all these extension cords going into a walk-in closet. And there I found the bookkeeper. Jennifer, what are you doing in there? Uh, uh. I went in the direction she was pointing, and in a conference room I found my father watching a video recording of a sermon. Come on, preacher, tell it like it is. Come on, bring it on home. Bring it on home. Which I found encouraging. My father watching a church sermon? But then upon further inspection, I realized he was medicating himself with liquor, and he was just wearing his boxer shorts. I felt so disappointed, so ashamed, that I wanted to join Jennifer in the closet. The church director told me, Wilbur, I'm really sorry, but your father's gonna have to go. So while I looked for a place for my father, his health plummeted, and he was actually admitted to the hospital. One day, while visiting my father in the hospital, he told me his whole life story throughout the night into the early morning, way past visiting hours. And for the first time, I saw him not as a father or a husband. I saw him as a man struggling with his own demons. And that night he shared with me a secret. That when my mother was pregnant with me, she decided she didn't want me and she was going to terminate the pregnancy. My father wouldn't have anything to do with it. No way was I going to allow that to happen. No way. So the day of her scheduled appointment, I set off the fire alarm and shut that clinic down. 8 months later, Wilbur Lorenzo Bowen III came into this world. I may not have chosen my father, but he chose me. And on that day, all feelings of resentment toward him just vanished. And all I felt was incredible love for this man. Several months later, he passed away. I was asked to come to the morgue to identify him. And for the first time, I was able to say, my name is Wilbur Lorenzo Bowen III. And that man is my father, Wilbur Lorenzo Bowen Jr., also known as Superman. My father may not have possessed the qualities of a TV dad or what society would label as a great father figure, but he believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. He chose me when I didn't even exist, and for that reason, he truly is my superhero, and that's enough. In life, we have choices. Some choices we make are good, some choices are not so good. But either way, we are responsible. Who you are is enough. Who can you choose to believe in? Be someone's superhero and make a difference in this world.